You want to talk more about the acting, or do you want to move on to something else?
Acting was great. We're moving on to something else.
Okay. The cinematography was so great. The scene changes and everything, and the way things were shot. I mean, I don't know how much of that was George Clooney and how much of that was Charlie Kaufman, but the fanboy in me wants to give it all to Kaufman because I'm his total fanboy.
You can't really, man.
I know.
Because Kaufman took the credit for the screenplay, and
Yeah.
Clooney
Did the directing.
is the director.
Well, I don't know how much of those, because it was a very Kaufman-esque.
Well, he's had to have
style.
given Clooney some.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. That I don't know who is responsible for what, but I'll just say that the both of them did a great job with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think it was good teamwork between both of them.
Yeah.
And also, the real Chuck Barris was heavily involved in production.
Yeah.
So, if something didn't feel right, I'm pretty sure he would have waved the red flag.
Yeah.
And, Charlie Kaufman and George Clooney would be on that. So I think it was as accurate of a depiction of what Charlie Barris's life was.
I especially like when they went into Chuck's imagination, and they did that by having a screen hand move reality aside.
Oh yeah,
that was really great.
Good. That was good. There was a lot of good techniques that I think Clooney used for his shots, like when Chuck got the call from the executive of NBC, and all he moved to the corner where the corner would have went into a hallway, but where that hallway should have been was instead the office of the guy he was calling. Yeah, it was like this.
Instead of doing a split screen thing like this.
There's a fireplace right here. You see Sam Rockwell, and then you see a pan of Sam Rockwell just stepping to the edge of the fireplace, and then you see the office of the executive right there, and they're having a phone conversation. And once they hang up, there's a pan back, and then it zooms out, and then you see that void where the office used to be filled up with the room again. So that actually was a pretty innovative shot.
And a lot more, frankly, entertaining and interesting than just doing this thing, putting a bar in the middle of the screen. Or diagonal. Ooh, that's special.
That's innovative. Yeah. It was creative, the way it was shot. I mean, Clooney. Yeah. Not just
Clooney and Kaufman.
Clooney and Kaufman. Big fanboy.
Oh, yeah. The biggest.
Okay. Anything else we want to review?
Well, talked about. You want to get right to, do you think Chuck Barris was really a hitman for the CIA?
Oh, man. Well,
I mean, he claims he was.
If he does, I mean...
Do you want me to look on Wikipedia and see if it says whether it's confirmed or not?
Yeah, sure. While I talk to the tubers. There's no evidence against him being a killer, and there's no evidence that proves him to be one. So that stuff about him having his father be as a serial killer, and then he was electrified, he was put to the chair, and Chuck Barris didn't know anything about it. I mean, it's all very trivial. It's not something that could be concrete, not yet. Well, let's see what Mike comes up with on the vast web.
Well, I don't see anything that says whether it was confirmed or denied by the government.
Yeah, so I mean, it's grounds for a movie, that's for sure.
Yeah, a very good movie. But getting back to, what do you think? Do you think that he was, or he wasn't, or you just don't know?
I don't think he was.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's flights of fancy by a Hollywood producer.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's complete bullshit, because I don't know. We will never know. But
what my gut says, it's bullshit.
Yeah, from the information that was fed to me from the movie, I don't believe it. I don't believe it because the first game show was The Dating Game.
Yeah.
And when his contractor, George Clooney, Sam Rockwell's character, Chuck Chuck Barris's contractor suggested him the idea to take the couples on a real vacation, take them out of the country, take them to West Berlin or Southeast Asia or something like that, and that's where he would do his hit. But I don't believe that he could keep doing that, covering that, making 33 kills and 33 excuses for him to leave the United States.
They probably weren't all that. But I agree. I mean, if anyone were to look at a list of people killed and look at the list of where he took people on the dating show, it would match up 100% perfectly.
Yeah. But like, to have his shows always as a cover for his hits, I can't buy that.
Yeah.
And that's what the movie was, portraying.
My final thoughts. This movie was brilliant and engaging and well put together, all around a great film that I highly enjoyed.
It was definitely entertaining. I mean, there was I'm a little under the weather, but it still didn't make a difference to me, the movie experience. I mean, if I was a little bit more energetic and had a little more strength to focus, I probably enjoyed it a lot more. I would have enjoyed it a lot more. The movie did what it needed to do to keep me entertained, and if that's enough for the condition that I'm under, then cool. But my real final thoughts on it is that I definitely want this movie in my collection because it's George Clooney's first movie, and it was a good one.
First directing
movie.
Yeah,
first directed movie.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, everybody knows. You guys have to know George Clooney. You know what I meant by that.
Yeah, but when you say first movie, it sounds like the first movie he's been in, but that's not.
No,
the
that's what I mean.
It's the first movie he
directed.
directed.
What I mean. They know the difference.
I don't think they did. But go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so this goes in my collection along with Drew Barrymore's Whip It with Ellen Page.
What?
Drew Barrymore's Whip It. She made a movie.
Okay.
It's called Whip It with Ellen Page.
You say so. Bye, YouTube.
Peace.